Today is the day. The Sand Slayer hits the dirt. Just had a super successful dyno session. Everything went pretty smooth. We did have to make a couple changes. I'm gonna explain those to you in a second, but what you wanna know, how much horsepower did it make? Had a lot of close guesses. I don't think anyone nailed it. 578 wheel horsepower. Insane. I thought it was gonna be less than that. My goal was 550 at low boost. I'm considering that low boost. To go any higher than 23 pounds, we'd have to make some fuel changes. Bigger fuel line, bigger injectors, blah, blah, blah. So basically I have 3 settings in the car. Low boost is at 15 pounds, which makes around 450 horsepower. Medium, which is setting 2, makes around 520, that's 19 pounds of boost, and then 23 pounds of boost, we're making 578. So I'll walk you through the changes that we made before we go rip this thing. So going into this build, we knew there was a lot of things, a lot of one-off things, a lot of unknowns. We went to territory we weren't really familiar with, so we knew there was gonna be changes. Honestly, everything worked just about flawless. The gear, the drive shaft angles I was worried about, the transfer case, the gearbox itself, the torque of the motor being rubber mounted, all worked flawless. So really impressed with that. The one change we had to make is we had to make a turbo change. We had a 56mm turbo on it at first, which it wasn't a bad platform. I think we maybe just overshot it a little bit. Too much turbo for the power we were working with. So the guys at D&M Racing were super cool to work with. They actually had a 52mm turbo in stock where it went and got tuned. They threw it on. We were making 420 horsepower with the first setup. Threw this turbo on, instantly 100 horsepower more, and then they just tuned it from there. So I actually went to a smaller turbo, 56 to a 52. Then we had to make some wastegate changes with that, some boost control changes, a couple different things. We got 2-step on this thing, which is extremely sick. I've been wanting it forever. And then the exhaust setup. I mean, they just did a killer, top-notch job finishing this thing off. They had it for 3 days. They're supposed to only have it for 1. But yeah, the gist is we just missed on the setup, and we knew something was going to happen. This would just happen to be too big of a turbo, put a smaller turbo on it, and we actually hit a bigger number than I was hoping for. So really that's all it changed. The exhaust setup back here is a little bit different because of it, but overall I haven't even driven it. So the front drive shaft's still out of it from the dyno. I wanted to shake it down just on the rear only. We're here at Yall, which is like world-class facility. We're actually giving the Los Angeles Lakers ticket holders some rides today and stuff. So we brought this out, figured the Sand Slayer needs an elite place to be shaken down, and Yall is the perfect place. Dude, that's insane.
Does it feel fast?
Dude, it's just burning the tire off the whole time.
Yes, I think you gotta lower it. Your toes is way off in the back, so that's really
gotcha.
Not doing
well, I put it high just because the first time I took off and it squatted it so bad.
Yeah, no, now it's like pushing it like this.
Really?
Yes, I would lower it.
Like go all the way to the bottom?
I think you go all the way low.
Gotcha. That was only the first one was the first, and the second one was the second one. I haven't even gone high boost.
Oh, go high boost. go high boost.
It shifts smooth.
It looks nice.
Even for how hard it's spinning the tire. Well, story of my life. Goes perfect on the dyno. Everything runs like clockwork. I get behind the wheel and it breaks. We knew there was going to be some little things, and I did not really see this happening, but what happened is the axle pulled out of the diff. And I think maybe what caused that is, well, one, it has 500 horsepower. I didn't even turn it to the highest setting, so those runs were just at 15 pounds of boost, which is like 430 horsepower. And it was just spinning the rear tires. The front drive shaft's not in it, so it was just hazing the rear tire. You can't really see it in the video, but just hazing the tire. Well, what happened is when I took off in the middle ride height setting, and then I aired up the back a little bit because it was transferring too much weight. I think what's happening is in the settings, this air suspension thing's kind of new. So it keeps trying to go to the setting. So when I hit the gas and it sacks out, it tries to put more air in it to bring me back. Well, what ended up happening is after I ran a couple, my ride height was high, and in the car I don't really feel that, you know, like, I know it's higher, but I didn't notice how high I really was until I watched the video. So I think it just got too high, tried to put power to the ground with too much CV angle in it, so it pulled out the splines. We didn't bring like a jack or anything where we're at. We're here giving some ride-alongs, so we just brought this because while we were here we figured might as well run it, get this video out to you guys as soon as possible. But hey, we learned. We pulled the axle out. We learned that we need to change some settings so that we can't do that. But wanted to get you guys this video. Thanks for following along. 580 horsepower, that's insane. The gearbox still works absolutely perfect. Got to address the axle thing. Make sure to subscribe to the channel. We appreciate all the likes and all the feedback so you guys have given us. I think next step we'll put some paddles on this and go run it through the dunes.